Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a general pick-a-pile reading about your marriage. And if you're not married right now, this can also be for your marriage in the future. Readings are timeless. Timestamps are in the pinned comments and decks are in the description box. And then there's also a link to my link tree so you can find me all over the internet. I also have links to Etsy for this exact reading. And I wanted to say thank you to my new subscribers and to the people who are getting Etsy readings. And then RC was actually the one who made the first comment. All right, so RC, we actually had the Empress that popped up for you. And the Empress is about bringing forth new ideas and about there's a word I'm looking for. It's like something coming forward and being birthed and being led onto the new one. And also, we're going to have a clarifier for the green lock, because on my channel, when the camera zooms in on a pile, we go ahead and pull a clarifier. And today we're using the Tarot of Sexual Magic. You can also hear Avery in the background. He got a new Halloween collar and he's very excited. And I also have a friend with me today. She is, what is the
The Mystic Misty.
the Mystic Misty. She's going to be starting her YouTube channel, so she's with me today. She's keeping track of when the timestamps are on there and just kind of seeing from behind the camera what things look like. She's really excited about the cards and about you guys. I've been sharing about how interesting it is for me to do readings for people, and she's also very intuitive, so she's here to assist me today and then also learn for her own channel, which she's starting soon. So, as you saw earlier, I did the shout out person. So, please, if you want to have your own one little individual card that kind of gives you some insight for your day, be sure to be the first person to shout out. This is something new that I'm trying. So, we'll see how it goes. I'll try to say your name, but if I can't pronounce it, I'll make you a little sign. Also, we have what is in the box. And what's in the box is about your intuition, because intuition is really important on my channel. You're going to want to make sure that you don't try and force anything. If I'm reading for you and it doesn't fit, then you definitely want to get either your own personalized custom reading that has to do with you, or you want to go ahead and try one of the other piles. But normally, if your situation is really unique to you, you'd want to get an individual custom reading. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the green lock. Okay, so today this is about your future marriage or your current marriage. You'll know how it goes for you. So we have the energy, we have messages from your person, and then we had blocks to the relationship and blessings to the relationship. And actually, as I was pulling this out, earlier we had this as a clarity card. So we'll put that on there as well. All right, so the overall energy of your future marriage is pulling up as divine timing. Your relationship is being led by divine timing. So this can be really helpful if you don't have a person right now, or you're not married and you want to be married. Just remind yourself to find that place of patience and realizing that it is out of your control. There really isn't anything that you can do for it except to find yourself in ways to be more prepared, to be more open to love, and to having that idea of being vulnerable being something that you learn with people who might not necessarily be your person, but it's all building up for you to be able to be in that divinely led relationship. So then the message, first of all, is I hear you laugh when I think of something funny, and I want to see if we like spanking. And there is a clarifying card for I hear you laugh when I think of something funny. So that is pulling up as the reverse Eight of Wands. And then it's, I want to make sure it's not doing any more. So the reverse Eight of Wands is about some delays, how some things are frustrating right now. So this might be somebody that you already know. For the majority of you, this person is somebody that you have spent some time with. I feel like the majority of the people in this relationship reading right now have already met their person and it's going forward and they're kind of exploring with each other. So it didn't really land on anything. So then the other, this is the blocks to the relationship, would be showing as the reverse Ace of Pentacles. So the reverse and Ace of Pentacles is usually about stress with money, or stressing out that there might be some debt in the relationship. So for this one, it could be that there's a block of not feeling like there is enough prosperity or enough time. And then it did pull up the clarifier of the Page of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles is about family or having some patience for situations as they're coming forward. So in this, I mean, the majority of you already know this person because they know what your laugh sounds like. The majority of you know this person because you are in a sexual relationship already with them. You may not be in the committed place that you want to be. Maybe some of you are feeling that this is your person, but you're having a hard time paying attention to that timing and you're really wanting to push forward, but it's not exactly what you should be doing. So then this is for the blessings of the relationship, which is pulling up as the reverse 10 of Pentacles. And the reverse 10 of Pentacles can be about some of that loneliness or not having the finances that you were looking for. So I feel like you really go back and forth with this relationship. Sometimes you're in it, sometimes you're not, sometimes you're excited about it, sometimes you're not. And it's really giving like a push or pull feeling to this person. So they don't really want to settle down and do anything because they don't know if you're in it yet. So then the clarity card that pulled up is the World. It's very interesting because this woman does a lot of lounging around. She's lounging in this card and this card. There's lounging over here. We have the World card, and the World is really about something being completed or having the whole life lesson. So I really feel led to say that you need to go with the flow. And we're going to pull a clarity on here. So we have the clarity that it pulled up for the Oracle card is going to be the Six of Wands. And the Six of Wands is about victory and finding exactly what you want. And then this says the universe has my back, which is the Oracle card that pulls up there. So then let's pull. What are they going to have victory over? Okay, so when I asked what it was going to have victory over, it shows the Four of Cups. So this is about unexpected gifts, things turning out in the way that you didn't think they could or would. So as far as why is it a blessing to have the reverse 10 of Pentacles, because that's about loneliness and some conflict. So say, why is that reverse 10 of Pentacles here? Wow, okay. So the reverse 10 of Pentacles, I mean, literally, guys, this like jumped up in the air. The reverse 10 of Pentacles is here because of the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords, he comes in and he's passionate, he's creative. So you're going to have some masculine energy in this situation that's going to be almost like a leader going forward. So for some of you, it's going to be the idea of letting go and letting that masculine energy have some of the control. And that is also the idea of having the universe have control as well. So you guys definitely have an opportunity to really see this turn into the marriage that you're looking for if you would be able to allow the universe to have your back and give you those unexpected gifts and then not try to control the situation and realize that there's divine timing in it. But this person really wants to have the world with you. They want to have a relationship with you where they do a lot of exciting things. Excellent. Well, thank you for letting me read for you. And if you feel that this didn't resonate or something was different for you and you have a unique situation, you can go on Etsy and get this exact reading. And then don't forget to like and share and subscribe and all of the wonderful things that you can do on YouTube. And then don't forget to go to the end of the video where you will find out what is in the box. All right. And now we're going to go for the people who chose the screw. And we're going to have the Oracle card that we have at the end. We have what is the energy of the marriage. We have two messages from the partner, and then we have the blocks and the blessing. So let's go ahead and we'll pull these and then we'll see if we have any clarifiers on them. Let's see, there we go. It's already going forward. All right, so then in this marriage, the overall energy is pulling up as romantic gestures. Do something unexpected for your partner. And it's really important when you have a partner that you're going back and forth with them, that there's some give and some take, and that you take opportunities to do something romantic for them too. It really reminds me of that Aaron Brockovich movie where the guy bought the earrings and was like, "Oh, I got you these for when the next time you said something really nice to me." You know, sometimes we have those things where you're like, "I feel like I'm doing all the work," but it's nice when you're balanced out and you're giving your partner as much as they are giving you. Sorry guys, I'm pulling clarifiers too. There we go. Okay, so then the first message that's pulling up is I love you no matter what. Okay, and that had the clarifier of the reverse Hierophant. And the second message that came up was, "You are my mirror." So it really has the feeling of this might not tip, this might not be a typical relationship. So the Hierophant is really the card that is about like being in a standard marriage that society has for you. Um, And so some of you are in those type of relationships. It might be like polyamorous relationship. It could be a relationship maybe where marriage is not available where you're at for you. Maybe you and your partner are just not eligible. And so you don't have a typical opportunity to have a marriage. And so this one is saying, you know, you are my mirror. So there is a lot of divine feelings to this because usually if someone's your mirror, it's like a soulmate or a twin flame. So this person is basically saying, you know, even though we don't have a stereotypical idea of what marriage is going to be, this is what I really want with you. There's a very content feeling on this on the other person's side. I think sometimes there's a feeling that maybe you worry about what other people think, and that it is not a standard relationship. And that's really something that you'll need to let go so that you'll be able to enjoy it because this person is going to be around for a long time. So then the message that it's for the blocks is most of the blocking energy on this relationship would go as the Two of Pentacles, which means that there's more than one choice. So that could be where I was feeling, because I really feel a lot of polyamory in this. Like there's more than one person. Because this is about two choices. And then even on this, if you look at the Hierophant card, he's with two women. So this really has a strong feeling to me of that energy. So then the blessings to the relationship are the Seven of Swords. Now the Seven of Swords is really usually seen as a little bit of a negative card because it's like theft and betrayal and dishonesty. And then the clarifier is the Magician. So for some of you in this relationship, you're finding that it's not in your, things are happening that are not in your best interest. And that's actually a blessing for you because you're supposed to be growing from it and moving on and moving forward. So if you have some betrayal and some dishonesty, sometimes those aren't relationships that you really need to try and fix. You can actually move forward from those and they don't have to be ones that you take all the responsibility for, but you do have all the power in this situation because you have the Magician. So then the Oracle card is pulling up as, when I am connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. So really, if this is a relationship that's bringing you joy overall, it's something you really should continue. But if you're not finding any joy in it, then there's really no point in going forward. Or at least if you are in this thing and it's polyamorous and you're not enjoying the relationship with the other person, or you feel that it's not beneficial for all of you involved, and it's definitely something that it's okay to move forward with. And then the clarifier on that came up as the King of Cups. And the King of Cups is about like a good husband and tolerance and empathy. So it feels like this relationship really has a sense of needing to have some communication, needing to talk about what's going on, making sure that your voice is heard and that things are happening in your best interest, and realizing that you do have a lot of power in this situation. And if someone is trying to pick between you and someone else, sometimes it's best to just get out of the way and see where they go. Okay, so I didn't really land on anything else. So we'll go ahead. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. And if you needed something that was specific for you, you can check out the Etsy shop. If your experience needs some precise information. And then we will go ahead with the third group, which is the elephant. And this one we have the oracle card. We have the energy for the relationship. Oh yes, two actually came up for you guys. So I pulled both of them because they flipped out together. So I wanted to make sure you had that. We have message 1, message 2, and then we have blocks and blessings. So we'll go ahead. And the energy of the relationship actually pulled up as connection. Finding ways to connect makes it easier to keep the connection over time. And then marriage, you and your partner or someone you love will be married, which I thought was really interesting because this reading overall is about marriage. So it was about your specific marriage and how things will turn out. So I really feel that this group is actually engaged there, that marriage is really something that's on your mind because you really either feel that they're going to be asking soon or you have recently been engaged. But there's a lot of connection in this energy in this relationship as it moves forward. So then message number 1 says, I want to massage you and I love being your best friend. Yeah, you guys are definitely on your way to the altar. This person really just, you are their main focus. I think this best friend card is really beautiful. They really just have cause to celebrate with you. So it's probably some of you have just recently got engaged or will be engaged very shortly. So then the blocks to the relationship are showing up as the reverse 9 of Pentacles. The reverse 9 of Pentacles is about some jealousy, some envy, and then for some of you, it's actually about financial setbacks. Maybe you're concerned about how you're paying for the wedding. Some of the jealousy, I believe, it's actually coming from like looking at maybe your friends who are getting married or looking at the bridal magazines and being jealous about the people who are able to get what you want. And it pulled up as the reverse Knave of Swords for the clarification. Okay. And the reverse Knave of Swords, he's very, there's some legal issues. So maybe there's some issues with some of the partnerships are like dealing with maybe a divorce. You have some paperwork issues that are coming up. But really, that's just, those are small blocks. There's not a lot blocking this relationship between the two of you. So some of these things might be coming from other people, but this really doesn't feel like your energy. It really feels like maybe an offshoot of what's going on. And then the blessings, we have the Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Cups is wonderful because it is about marriage again. So you guys really have, you have this card here about marriage. You have this card here about marriage. And go ahead and pull a clarifier on the Ace of Cups. So the Ace of Cups clarifier is pulling up as the reverse hangman. So the reverse hangman is about things, some selfishness going on. This doesn't really feel like your selfishness. It feels like it might be an ex or someone who is connected to your partner rather than you. So this is about some of the blessings with this Ace of Cups is that your relationship is, becoming new and you're really excited about it. You guys are getting married, but there is some selfishness around it. Someone helping planning the wedding, maybe wanting their own way or things along those lines. So you just want to let those things go because between the two of you, things are really working out well. So then the Oracle card that's coming up says, in every moment, the universe is conspiring to bring me toward right-minded thinking and the energy of love. So that's really what this has an energy of. This overall reading really does feel like you guys are connected and things are going well. If there's anything that's happening that feels a little negative or pulling things down, it's really coming from an outside source and not between the two of you. Excellent. Well, thank you so much for letting me read for you. We'll go ahead and if you need something specific in your connection, you can go ahead and find the link for Etsy. And then don't forget to like and share and subscribe and all the wonderful things you could do on YouTube. And now we'll go ahead and do what is in the box. So we got what's in the box, what's in the box, and what is in the box is the little tiny pink square. All right, thank you so much for letting me read for you, and I look forward to reading for you again.